Welcome friends. Today we are going to learn the two unconventional processes related to machining of a material. Now today we are going to learn electrochemical machining and ultrasonic machining. So first of all, what are the contents that we are going to discuss for these two methods? We are going to discuss the principal working of both these methods, their applications, their advantages and limitations for each process. What is electrochemical machining? See here, what is meant by electro, what is meant by chemical, what is meant by machining. Everybody know machining is nothing but a removal of material, and chemical means with the help of a chemical energy, and electro means with the help of a spark. So electrical energy plus chemical energy will remove the metal from the workpiece. Now that's why the electrochemical machining metal removal takes place by both chemical energy and electrical energy. Now it is basically based on the Faraday law of electrolysis. It is based on Faraday law of electrolysis, where one terminal is connected to as a cathode and second one is act as a anode, and in between that energy transformation takes place using electrolyte. So with the help of this Faraday law of electrolysis working principle, this electrochemical machining process is carried out. Now see this diagram on the right hand side, you can observe it carefully. Now a bottom colorful portion which is shown as a workpiece and a vertical bar where a hatched line portion is called as a tool. Now this tool act as a cathode and workpiece act as an anode, where in between this cathode and the anode, that is in between tool and the workpiece, electrolyte is filled. So this electrolyte, whenever DC power supply is made through between these two tool and the workpiece, then there is electrical energy produced due to this electrolyte and a material removal takes place. So how it works, that we will study one by one. As we know, here is a tool which is used for removal of material is made up of brass, copper, bronze, stainless steel. Why we are using such kind of material? Keep in mind that these are soft kind of materials. Even though it is a soft kind of material that can remove the hard workpiece also. But another advantage of this tool which is used in electrochemical machining is because of their high corrosion resistance, because of their high thermal conductivity, which this tool act as a cathode that is advanced into an anode, where anode is a workpiece material. So in between this tool and the workpiece, we are using electrolyte which produces, now keep in mind, this electrolyte plays very important role while removal of material. This electrolyte not only produces the conductivity which removes the material from the workpiece, also flush out the removed material. What kind of electrolyte we are using it here? This electrolyte, it may be of sodium chloride or sodium nitrate, where this electrolyte NaCl is mixed with water, or sodium nitrate is mixed with water, and then it is injected to at a set temperature to an area being cut, where it is used in between this tool and the workpiece. So this is the introductory part of this. Actually how it works, once again we will see. So here also another one thing, before proceeding to this gap and DC power supply, first of all we will go to a working principle of this electrochemical machining. See here friends, at the bottom side one circuit is provided, and at the top side another one circuit is provided. How? First of all, we will focus on this top circuit. In this fixture, if you see, one can call it as a working tank, where we are placing our workpiece with the help of certain fixture at the bottom side, and this workpiece is held either with the help of a fixture or with the help of a clamping device on a certain table inside this working tank. Now above this workpiece a tool is provided. Obviously this tool, which is used for this electrochemical machining, is made up of brass or stainless steel. It's a soft material we are using it, and there is a tool holder device that we call it as a quill. This tool holder, we can bring this cutting tool with the help of this quill, this cutting tool or a tool which is brought in close contact with this workpiece with the help of certain feeding mechanism. Now here, as a electrochemical machining is based on the working principle of Faraday law of electrolysis, where this tool or this entire assembly of tool and the quill is act as a cathode, which is connected with a negative terminal, whereas your workpiece, which is shown at the bottom side, this workpiece act as an anode connected to a positive terminal. Now here we can supply the DC power supply, we can provide the energy, electrical energy, to this positive and negative terminals. This is one part. Now we will go to a second part of this circuit, where at the bottom side there is a electrolyte tank. As all of you are knowing that the electrolyte plays very important role in this electrochemical machining. Electrolyte used in this ECM process as a sodium chloride with water, or otherwise we can use it as a sodium nitrate plus water. With the help of certain filtering mechanism, we are filtering this electrolyte, and with the help of certain pressurized with the help of pump, we are providing this electrolyte through this flow control or flow regulating valve to the this interaction between tool and the workpiece. Inside this working tank, we are filling it with full of electrolyte. So electrolyte is taken with the help of a pump through filtering from this electrolyte tank, then through regulating valve, flow control valve, with certain amount of electrolyte is pressurized, and it is entered through this mechanism which is provided inside this tool itself, and then it is filled inside this tank, and it is in between tool and the workpiece. Now what happen exactly, just we will see. Whenever once we have filled the electrolyte is an agent which will act as a conductivity in between tool and the workpiece. Once we are supplying a DC power energy to this cathode as well as anode, what will happen? Anode carries positive ions and cathode, that is tool, carries a negative ions, where because of this electrical energy, this negative ions will attract towards the positive ions of a workpiece, whereas the positive ions will attract towards the negative ions of the tool. So because of that, as we are providing here electrolyte in between, that will generate electricity, or that will produce a loop of negative ions. Why? Because the attraction of negative ions are more than the attraction of positive ions. So these negative ions will generate a maximum attraction towards this workpiece. That's why the metal removal takes place, because of this electrolyte loop which is generated in between tool and the workpiece, and metal removal takes place. But what happens? This electrolyte, whatever ions have been removing this material from the workpiece, these are carried by this electrolyte, and then it is drained out through this water working tank, and then it is once again filled in the electrolyte tank. So this process is done without any contact between tool and the workpiece. So this is electrochemical machining, where the gap between this tool and the workpiece at around 80 to 800 micrometers, and the power supply we are giving it at around 5 to 25 volt, and the current density ranging from 1.5 to 8 ampere. The electrons cross this gap, material from workpiece is dissolved, and as the tool forms a desired shape in the workpiece, the electrolytic fluid carries away the metal formed in the process. So whatever metal removal takes place from this workpiece, that can be carried by this electrolyte, and it is removed from the tank. So this is the electrochemical processing, through which without any contact between tool and the workpiece we can remove the material. So what are the advantages? These components are not subjected to either thermal or mechanical stresses. It is because of a chemical reaction itself. There is no tool wear during the electrochemical machining. There is no contact between tool and the workpiece. Hence, because of this process, even we can produce a complex geometry, and that can be machined repeatedly and accurately. It is a time saving process as compared to conventional machining process. During this, drilling deep holes also can be made, or several holes at a one time you can generate with the help of this electrochemical machining. Even though a brittle material which tends to develop the cracks during machining, that can be machined using this electrochemical machining. So these are the advantages. What are the disadvantages? As here the machining takes place because of chemical energy and electrical energy. So keeping the solution conductivity constant is a major role. It is more expensive than the conventional machining, so needs more area of installation. Whereas electrolyte, that may destroy the equipment, because this generation of heat generation because of chemical energy and electrical energy, that may destroy the electrolyte. It is not environmental friendly. So high energy consumption, toxic gases are produced through this ECM process. That's why there is a chance of electrical shock also. So where are the applications of this ECM? We are using it for multiple hole drilling. We are using for machining the steam turbine blades, jet engines, drilling jet engine turbine blades. These are the applications are valid for highly sensitive working area where electronic, air and space industries, many applications are there. There we can use this ECM process. You can observe the various parts, the turbine blades you can observe, as well as your jet engine parts, nozzles, forging die cavities, small holes, even very small holes also you can drill it inside the component. Such kind of holes, even though with smaller diameter, can be drilled with the help of this ECM process.